How's everybody doing tonight? I hope well. Seems like I'm experiencing some lag. Maybe? Let me know how you guys are feeling. What is the stream looking like for you guys? Because I'm getting an error message right now, unfortunately. And I hope I'm okay for the stream tonight. We'll see. I'm getting a lot of buffering, a lot of issues here. Let me know what the quality is like for y'all. I may need to end the stream for a moment and come back after resetting my Wi-Fi or something. I hope not, but yeah, let me know what you guys are experiencing. Okay, I think maybe we're back. Maybe. Stream settings. Can I change my latency while? Interesting. Okay. Well, we seem to be. I can't tell if we're good or not. Is there still lag? So annoying. I think we're back. Okay. I'm still getting a lot of lag, personally. I don't know. This is really frustrating. Can I refresh this page without doing anything? Okay. It says I have excellent connection now. It says I have excellent connection. I don't know if that's going to continue or not. But I reset my adapter. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. So we're going to wait. I'm going to see if I can get some feedback here. Man, rough start to the stream this morning. This evening. It only took me a half hour to get everything going. Excellent connection, it says. Excellent connection, it says. Everybody put excellent connection in chat if you are getting excellent connection. No latency. Well, there's going to be a lot of latency because I forgot to change that setting and I don't want to end the stream. So there's going to be a lot of latency, unfortunately. But is there any buffering? Is there any stuttering or lag or drop in either frames or like quality? Like, is it automatically downgrading you to like 480p or something like that? Is there anything like that? Oh, there's a little lag. Whoa. It's morning somewhere. I've still got excellent connection, it says. think I'm going to see what my latency looks like. I'm going to check the stream, and then I'm just going to erase this and see how long it appears, how long till it appears again on stream. And I'm going to do a little sketch. Okay, that's not too bad in terms of latency. Seems manageable for now. Okay. I think we're back up and running, folks. I was having an issue with Discord actually recently, and I think it was just because my adapter was bad. It needed unplug, plug back in or something, because it was taking a really long time to upload images to Discord. Excellent connection. You are all good now. Thank you, Multiversal Geek. Many appreciations. Okay. So now that we can get the stream started proper, welcome everyone. How are all of you? Silly Jack, silly man. Yes. Yeah, now that everything is back up and running, hopefully we can actually start the stream. I hope you're all well. Today, we are making a video tube mini avatar for her. That was a weird arrow. Basically, the little guy that you are seeing in the corner right about in this area is basically a PNG tuber model. That's the colloquial term. And I use, actually, I don't know if this will show up on stream or not. I don't think it will. I might need to add a thing for it. But I use I use a program called VeadoTube Mini, VEADO Tube Mini, to do my little avatar thing. I can switch between avatars. I have a couple of different ones, obviously, for certain games and things like that. And it can you can either have 4 images that you will cycle between, like closed mouth, open mouth, and then blinks for both of those. And these 3 that you're seeing right now are just the 4 images, and this one is actually 2 GIFs. You have the closed GIF that you're going to see right now, closed mouth GIF, and then you have the talking GIF that you're listening to and seeing right now when I talk. I would like to try to make a GIF similar to what you're seeing right now for the female version of my avatar, so that I can have, I don't know, so I just have the options, which means that I actually have to animate, which means that I have to make the parts for this bleh, right? Oh, also, you asked, can you draw the 2 avatars or whatever hugging? I mean, technically yes, but it is basically canon that they are just the same person, so they wouldn't canonically be able to hug, because it's not like a copy of me. It is just me shaped differently. That's the lore behind this avatar. So for that, we're basically going to be drawing. I have to sketch and then line and color and animate all of the parts for this avatar. I don't know if we're going to get it all done this stream, but I will get as much of it done as I can, and then I will probably just have it done for next stream. I don't know. I would like to get it finished, though, because... Yeah, I would like to get it finished, because then I could just have her pop up on stream where I am right now. So if we're going to get this done, we have to get it done quickly. But we also have to do it efficiently. So let's go ahead and get started and get our sketch down. So I want to have her in the 3/4 view like the others. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start out. No, I don't need to do that for this. Whenever in the 3/4 view, looking down at the tablet just like I am in the corner right now. And we're just going to go from there. I don't want to try to rush this, obviously, because I want a nice product. But also, I want to try to get this entire thing done during stream. Oh, I forgot to set up a specific element for the stream. I'll have to play that by ear. I forgot to set up my editing program in OBS. Oh, yeah, no. Jack's VTuber lore is he's a genderless slime like D&D canon. Yeah, for sure. I've actually based the slime that I have. This slime character exists in a more fantasy adjacent, D&D adjacent type world. I say, oh, he's an alien sometimes. I say whatever, because that's, depends on if I'm streaming Ben 10 or if I'm streaming, whatever it is I'm streaming. But, yeah, I have drawn her torso at the wrong angle. There we go. But yeah, so I have other characters in mind for this lore, but I don't know exactly how I want to introduce them. If there are like other things, like I have a goblin character that I made, like a kind of a goblin Sona, that's a female character, and I also have a male kind of version. There's a lot of different stuff, but in general, yeah, whatever you don't know, you can fill in the gaps with D&D canon until I state otherwise. I want an episode of you drawing video. I want an episode of your drawing videos of your D&D character and meeting your avatar character stuck in the same room. Oh, gotcha. Like one of my D&D characters, and yeah. So my avatar, she's like me. She's a little chubby. She's definitely thick in the hips. And we're just going to draw her from the waist up, like I have with my other guy. She's very busty, we'll say. And then, actually, I have changed, not really actually changed the design of this character, but I have tweaked a couple things about her in my most recent, like, sketches of her, that it, like, for those of you who may be on the Ink Tank server, I was drawing a bunch of sketches of her on paper today while I was at work, and I came up with a couple of shorthands for how I draw her now that I'm going to include here. One of them being that she shows a little bit of cleavage. Not much. I'm going to put her arm down at more of like a angle like this, so we can see a little bit of the hip there. Again, describing more feminine form. And then we're going to have the arm up about here. And drawing. Big zipper, pocket, or at least an edit of it. Can't wait to see your avatar with the UAF jacket. That would be a fun, yeah, that'd be a fun little drawing we could do. Maybe I can throw that together at some point. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I could do like drawing my avatar in different art styles. I did a video about that, like that, on my channel for a while ago, and it was a very not so good video that I'm not very proud of, just like the production quality of it. I very much rushed the art in it, and I very just regret it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind redoing that and actually putting a little bit more effort into the production of the video itself. And there's 100 different ways you can do that. I think I did like 10 different art styles. I think that was like the challenge, like draw yourself in 10 different art styles. And I think I would limit it to maybe like at most 5 for a video, because that's a lot of different ways to draw one character. Mimicking art styles is really fun, but it takes a lot of analytical like research into like how do they do specifically this, or like how do they draw noses, how does this show's style tackle like the elements that, you know, for instance, for this specific character, you know, she has antennas and pointy ears. So if I'm doing the UAF art style, I'd have to go through and see if I could find a character with either antennas to see how they tackle that, and pointy ears. And sometimes you can fill in the gaps, right? Like with the pointy ears, you just kind of take their normal ear shape and, you know, stretch it out, right? You can fill in a lot of the gaps that way. But there are some things like, how do they draw the folds in clothing? What does the shading look like? Do they use black shading? Do they use no shading? You know, that type of thing. So one thing that, yeah, I want to do for her is, you see my character is just breathing. I kind of, there is kind of a thing that I could do with this. Instead of her just sitting there breathing with the chest going up and down, I could try to do, because the breathing was 3 frames of like, I just took the image and stretched it with the mesh tool. But I could have her swinging her hips back and forth, and I think that would be a lot cuter for the idle drawing pose. And then when she rights herself up to look at the camera and speak, she can stop swinging her hips. That way we don't have to worry about the animation overlap looking weird. But yeah, she's just like idly drawing, no thoughts, head empty. I very much am a fucking himbo, so she is very much an airhead as well. She not smart, and neither am I. I don't know. Okay, so I say that I'm not very smart, and I only half mean that, because like I'm intelligent in the areas that I am passionate about, but I have no common sense. Maybe the second animation could have Steven Universe smile. The like bean mouth thing. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna try to kind of keep it similar to what I've got, because when she opens her mouth, she's gonna do like an animation with the, like I am right now, right in the bottom. A lot of animation is planning. And if you can plan correctly for your animation, you'll be in very good shape. Because if you can figure out what you need to draw and when specifically, or what you can edit instead of drawing for this type of stuff, right? Because like, just edit the shape of it, right? And I think that's what I'm going to do with her hips, maybe. Except, I really like the idea of it being a fully animated thing where her hip swings to the side and like a new crease forms. But we'll see how practical that is in terms of time. And I'm just going to draw the sleeve like this, give her big sleeves. Instead of these small sleeves that I have, I like big cartoon girly sleeves. And I haven't been drawing her with the ponytail because as much as I like it, and she could definitely still have the ponytail, like it could be an optional thing. I've just been experimenting and drawing her more often on paper and off camera and stuff. And I think she's just a little cuter. More... I don't know. There is something slightly more... I don't know if innocent is the right word, but this hairstyle is... I don't know, I just like it. There's no other way to justify it other than just I like it. And I've never loved giving characters of mine ponytails for some reason. It's just something that, I don't know, it just never sticks for me. Or it doesn't seem to anyway. But I'm going to keep all the hair fading, and actually I'm going to fade it, instead of doing the ponytail where it fades, I'm going to fade it to the bottom of the hair. So, now I'm going to color line this in terms of like different layers. So the head will be a layer that I will need to draw. The ears I think I can do on one layer. I've done that before with other versions of this character. The antenna will be its own layer. I think the hair... Sometimes I move like these little bits of hair, and I think for her the hair is going to have to be exaggerated enough that it will need to be its own layer. So I will put... is the hair actually going to have to be two separate layers? Like a back piece and then a bangs piece? Do the bangs need to move? That's the question, right? Like, I'm trying to think of what do I want this animation to look like? And I think the answer is pretty evident that, you know, I want it to be good. Who would you attend the second animation? Give her the peace sign pose you see in anime. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. That is an option. I'm going to have to do an edit to this initial sketch when we are done with this thing, and I will draw her second pose. Because you see for mine, I raise the pen, and then, you know, my mouth starts moving. But yeah, I don't know. The body, the torso is all going to be one. Like, her arm might move? I don't know. So I've got the antenna. I've got... Let's grab, like, red. The back of her hair is probably all going to be one piece. And be like that. Or, like, go through behind. And then we'll have a bangs layer that'll be all of these pieces. Her eyes will need to have multiple layers because they will blink. The eyebrows won't need to move really. Other than like they'll move with the head and stuff. But like when she's idling and blinking, the eyebrows won't need to move. I'm going to actually turn this down. Grab orange. I just go through the rainbow. The body as a whole, or at least the torso, will probably be one layer. like so. And then what I'll probably end up doing is just draw this arm once and use it for every frame, but I'll just end up like rotating it back and forth in space. And then, of course, the other arm will be one, and then the hand and pen will be connected as the other. Monster Hunter monsters as magical girls. I've seen that as well. Those are pretty cute. I actually have been struggling with the magical girl video. Okay. So, this was mostly just for me, like, understanding. And then, yeah, her eyes are going to need open versions and closed versions. Okay, for this specific pose. So I'm actually going to, I think I'm just going to delete all of these layers. As weird as it sounds, I'm just going to delete them. But that was also for your understanding of showing, like, how this is kind of going to animate. So we have this pose, and then I'm going to copy paste this and get our second, like, keyframe, right? I didn't actually copy it. Okay, so I have this now. So what I want to happen, and I'm going to do this in mostly editing so that it'll be apparent as the final product. Her head will perk up slightly, and she will look kind of back, or her head will perk up like that. I should grab that green. The antennas will perk up. The ears will perk up. Do mine, actually mine, I think they actually go down on mine. That's fine. I want them to perk up. That's fine. Because she's raising her head, her whole head energy is going to come up. And you didn't see that. I should have maybe turned on my webcam for this, but yeah, I just mimicked the motion. Her eyebrows as a whole will come up in space. So I can draw the eyebrows on just one layer and move them upward. And then her mouth will have 2 or 3 frames of smiling animation where it's just like this, and then maybe a little one, and then like a really flat one, like that, something like that. And then basically when I go to the animation portion of this, I will just throw those 4 frames in at random, and it'll look like she's speaking. The lip sync won't be, correct or whatever. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a video about turning Ben 10 aliens into Pokemon, but I fell short after doing Big Chill, so that was scrapped. I like how Big Chill came out. Her hand is going to come up off of the canvas, because you don't normally look at a camera and continue to draw while not looking. And her hand will probably just stay in this pose. I could swap it to another hand. Let's see, I guess, what it looks like if she takes these two fingers, because these two will still be here, and then I feel like I don't know, I feel like that's a little much. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just, why would you pose? And I said that with air quotes. Why would you pose with your two fingers up like that every time you go to talk? Even if it's like one word, like why would you pose? So I think what we have works. Also, for this frame, she will stop dancing, and her arm will come up as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase these because I won't need them. So we have this type of movement. And it's still going to be my voice coming out of this character, which is going to be jarring, but you pose because you're quirky and confident. Yeah. But I can do voices. I do just kind of find it funny sometimes when male streamers have female avatars, and it's just like, that's a dude's voice coming out of, it's that, like, it's the Venture Brothers joke with I forget that one character. The character is a female, like, whatever woman, I can't remember what her fucking name, but she talks like that, There's a lot of characters like that. Less than you'd think, but there's more than I guess you'd expect. I don't know. Use a very cheap filter. I mean, I do have a voice changer on my computer for, like, when I do alien voices and stuff. Sometimes I'll modulate them with that. So, like, I could. Dr. Monarch's wife, yes. I couldn't remember what her name was. Like, I have a voice modulator I could use, but I feel like that's a little strange. It feels dishonest to do that. Like, I don't want anybody to come to the stream and I don't know. It feels a little cringe, bro. You know what I mean? Not that I would be really opposed to doing that. I love doing character voices, but I don't think it's a necessary thing, really. So, yeah, now we just draw all the parts. I'm going to start with this pose again, and I'm going to scoot her over. And I have to do all of the line art now. I'm actually just going to turn that off for now, because I don't need her for anything other than color. So the thing that's going to make doing line art easy is vector layers, and we're just going to do them all in black for right now. Should I do them all in black? Use it for your narrative videos, the voice monitor. Yeah, for sure. It feels odd, but yeah. I mean, I do like a decent kind of female voice. I could try it. Hold on, I have to drink some water. God, it's embarrassing to try it. I don't know. I don't want to. Because, like, I do female voices for D&D. Alright, it's not that bad. I do female voices for D&D. So, like, a lot of time when I'm doing a female voice for a D&D character, she'll often come up an octave, obviously, and I'll speak much more in a whispery, hushed, breathy tone. I don't know if we have that book in stock right now. That type of thing. That's most of what my female characters sound like. That's a terrible line. Or for a female character, a lot of time, if they're like more of a tomboy character, I'll just do my normal voice. I'll be like, hey dude, what's up? You know, I'll bring it up like a half octave. I have to remember that I actually can't draw any lines other than her head right now. And I have to remember that my brush size for this is 15. For her outlines. Like, I don't need her chin line, I don't need anything like that. And I'm going to layer this skull. This is the only time I will ever name layers, because there's so many. Also on the skull layer, since it will never move, I can draw her mouth on this frame, because no, I shouldn't. And the reason why I shouldn't do that is because I'm going to copy this head and use it on the next frame, the next keyframe. So never mind. Yeah, you have to really think like 10 steps ahead when you're doing this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do her ears next. And we will get, when we do color, we will fix the like overlapping line issue there, because I'll just put color in that space and you won't even be able to tell. Okay. Ears. And that's all I need for the, oops. Again, you gotta do everything on a different layer. And it has to be a vector layer. I don't know why I'm starting it there. Okay. Multiversal Geek says, she's looking great so far, man. Nice job. I also checked out a few of your other videos since the last stream. I love your My Hero Academia quirks as alien vids. Yes, that is the most popular series on my channel, it seems. Every video I upload, I get a couple of comments that says, when's episode 4? It's coming. Please give me time. I really don't want to spoil anything, but there's going to be more than just 4 videos. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I can't tell the story that I want to tell in just 4 videos. And I also... Nope, that's where I'm going to end the sentence there. I was about to say something else, but then I had a thought that would potentially ruin something, so... Yep. That's that. Okay. Question. She actually has irises and pupils. We could do the anime thing where I drew them on the wrong type of layer. You know what? It's fine. They're functional. These are all going to become that other layer type anyway. It's just I use this so that I can do the easy erase thing. So lashes. I could do the anime thing where we create the iris on a separate layer. I think I'm already just going to head and do this because I think it works. I think it just works. And what I mean by this, sorry, I wanted to show you rather than just do it, where we can take her eyes, we can just like move them back and forth slightly, like that during the animation, so that it looks like her eyes are like big and watery, and she's looking around ever so slightly, and she's, you know, a little bit nervous or something. You know, she's friggin' cute. This character is... I have a phrase, and I think I may have said it on stream a couple of times, but like every so often, certain characters or certain ideas will just ignite me. And it's a word that I use that is like one step above inspiration. It is something that is like my current obsession. It is the one thing that I've just only want to focus on. And right now that is this character. And the ignition, the igniting, changes a lot, obviously, with ADHD and shit, you get that. But that is the word I have been using to describe this stuff. Okay, brows. Then we have mouth. Jacqueline? I mean, that's kind of what everybody's been calling her, is Jackie. Logically, yes, that makes sense. And I understand it, because that is the feminine name for Jack. But I personally don't like the name Jackie or Jacqueline. It just doesn't fit right for what this character... The name Jackie and this character don't mesh well in my mind. It's not... I don't know, it's not like a cute enough name for me. It's weird, I'm sorry. Jackie seems like the type of, like, maybe a slightly older woman, maybe, like, 40s type of woman. That's the only type of, like, person named Jackie that I know, so it's, like, it's that type of thing. What was this again? This was her mouth. So, yeah, Jackie just doesn't fit. It also is kind of like naming your dog Doggy. In some way, like, I don't like that. It seems very childish a lot of the time. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to cover that up. I'm just going to do that. This is her bangs layer. I'm just going to call it bangs layer, even though it's technically, like, hair in front of face. The parts of her hair that are in front of her face. That will probably all move together in a similar way. Like, they'll probably all just, like... Oops. They'll probably all, like, swing down. And then... Oh, that's all on the wrong layer. Of course it is. I drew them all on the mouth layer. Because, of course, I did. That's fine. We can copy and paste that and delete the mouth. Come on. Let me... Alright, now we're going to do the hair layer. That is... Oh, I need to continue watching that. There we go. Do the hair layer on the back of her head. That will be behind the skull. And this line right here, the back of her skull, is actually going to be an issue. And so the reason why I do vector layers is because I can go like this. And I can just delete all of these intersecting lines that don't mesh. Actually, I will need the ones behind the ear and behind the hair. Yeah, right like that. That's fine. That'll work. Because then, like I said, what I can do is, now that these are all vector layers, I can just erase all the ones that don't matter, because all these other vector layers are affecting all the ones underneath of them. It's a weird fucking complex thing, but it's really cool. Action Ravi? Raven? That's not igniting me for some reason. I appreciate it though. We'll figure out some like pseudo name for her, right? Like, because again, the canon lore of this character is that it's just my avatar in a different shape. So like, it's Jack, right? Her name is Jack. But actually, technically, if you really want to get nitty gritty, my slime avatar doesn't have a name either. Like, I say it's Jack. It's my avatar. It's supposed to look like I do in real life, but made out of slime. But all of his file names just say Slime Boy. So that's another thing, right? Like, that's another potential thing. Is like, if we name her something, we probably should also name, me, my male version, something. So I'll have to brainstorm about that. I don't think, as much as I really love community interaction with this, I don't think naming of this character and of my main avatar is a community thing. I appreciate it, and feel free to send ideas. Maybe you will trigger something, but it doesn't feel like I should lend the fate of my brand to the audience. I don't know. It seems weird to say, like, oh, I have a brand. But you guys know what I mean, right? Like, to some degree. There we go. So the other thing about these types of layers is you can just turn them all off. And then they'll only affect the correct layers. I don't know how to get these to work correctly. I'm just going to erase them and try it again. Because I want it to come to this specific point, because that's where her... Actually, I don't want it to come to that point even at all. I want it to come to a different point. Like so. Gender neutral names: Avery, Sam, Danny, and Danny. Yeah, well... I think it could be a really cute thing to name to name a character, at the very least, maybe not this character, after one of my friends, Danny, Dan Soros in chat. Danny has endlessly inspired me, so I would love to honor her with having an official character. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what, Danny. If you want to design an original character that doesn't have to look like you, it doesn't have to represent you in any way, but if you want to submit a character that can be official in this lore, that is named after you, or it doesn't have to be named after you if you don't want it to be, I will make it an official character in this lore, because you have been such an amazing part of my life and online career. I'm not gonna name her Ash. That seems weird. I'm not gonna name my avatar Ash. Charlie? Charlie's not too bad. Mr. Jack, can you give me a drawing prompt? I've been dry on art ideas. Sure. Before I do that, though, is there anything in particular genre-wise that you want to draw? Because when I ask people for art prompts, I never get kind of what I'm in the mood for sometimes. Like, oh, I don't really want to do a character design right now, or oh, I don't really want to draw a Pokemon right now. You know, that type of thing. So is there anything in particular that you are in the mood for, and then I can suggest based on that? I always ask when people ask me to give them suggestions, because it feels just more... It feels like it works better. You know, honestly, Charlie, like, okay, so Val is sending me suggestions. I had a cat named Charlie, and he is no longer with us, but he was this big, chunkin', lazy boy, very handsome cat. He slept, like, on my chest every night. He was my best fucking friend in a pet. And it's also a gender-neutral name. It's also, like, you know, kind of works in some ways. I think, at the very least, the unofficial name could be Charlie. I think that fits personality-wise both versions of this character. I will think about that. I will genuinely consider Charlie as a name for this avatar. Because that specific name has a lot of meaning to me. Baba Booey, hello there. I always thought Charlie was a male exclusive name. No, Charlie can be used for females. And I like when they are. That's just you. Excuse me. Sorry, probably something fantasy. I'm in that type of mood lately. Sorry, I didn't mean to not see your chat. Okay. I freaking love goblins. Design a goblin character. Yeah, design a goblin character for me, Justin. Not for me, but like draw it because I requested it. Is what I mean. I've got a spot. I need to zoom in. I've got a spot on my tablet that's like this. Okay, so for, I guess, a little bit more reference, this tablet is really torn up. I've got like a spot in the middle of my tablet that is worn down. Like there's a matte finish on this tablet, and then underneath of that matte finish is just the gloss plastic. There is a big kind of round, jagged spot where I draw at, where it's just that glossy, scratched up finish. But where I was drawing the corner of that hand, the sleeve, I was at the edge of that circle, and I kept hitting the matte finish and scraping it off, and it was messing my line up. It's so terrible. Whoa, what was that shape? I'll get to work of that as my payment to the art tax if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, look up goblins. Make a cute goblin. Don't Google female goblin OC on Google with your safe search off. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Unless you're an adult, don't do it. There's a lot of people with goblin OCs out there, and they aren't always appropriate for non-adults. Torso and sleeve. Call it sleeve. And then we'll call the one above these arm. This is going a lot faster than I thought. We're only an hour in, and I've already got a lot of the parts lined. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of reuse that we will be able to do. The worst part about doing an avatar like this specifically is saving all the pieces and then lining them all up in your editing program. Which is something that I'm going to attempt to do on camera. But we'll see how that goes. Good question. When you made your Halloween Monster Hunter Benton video, was it after Luna Garen's reveal? No, it was before. Is that the name of the Sunbreak monster? The vampire-looking one? Or, no, that's the werewolf one, isn't it? I don't know. No, it was not after. It was before. I thought of it first. No, we came to this, like, it's a Halloween kind of update with a vampire monster and a werewolf monster. It makes sense. But yes, I came to that conclusion independently of Game Freak revealing. But I think the trailer may have come out before my video. But like I already had the art done. I don't know. Arm. Oops. And then this one. Hand. I think. Yeah, that's arm. This is... Oh, I forgot. I have to complete arm. Because more of it could be potentially seen. Now I drew that on hand. Arm. Because she's going to move it. It's going to rotate at the socket. And you're going to be able to see more of that. Anyway, hand. Draw the pen first. Yeah, fair. I'm also hyped to fight Garn Golem. So here's the thing. I have not been keeping up with Monster Hunter news. I have not been ignited by Monster Hunter lately, to use previous language. But like, I am excited to play it. I think... So I do own it for Switch. I do own the game for Switch. But the thing in me... I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's a large part of me that just wants to buy it again for PC. Because of the... Not just the graphical update, but the potential for mods, visual mods. I don't play online with mods, but like I like having visual ones. The potential for like not having to pay for a subscription to be able to play online. You know, like it's more upfront, but you know, Goblin Lady should have a what type of weapon should a goblin have? She should have a I want to say like a hand cannon, like literally a cannon that is shrunk down and made into a gun magically that fires potion bottles because she's an artificer. I don't know. Or if you're going martial weapon, mace, like big long stick with a spiky ball on the end. Yeah, I'll try to keep info to a minimum for when you get to play Sunbreak. Yeah, I have not yet to play it. I don't even know if it's out yet, genuinely. Like, I have no clue. I have not been keeping up. I love watching Rage Gaming videos, it's Rage Gaming, right? Their content is great about the news, but I haven't been watching it, and do I regret it? I don't know. It's not that bad. I don't regret it, but like, I don't know. Okay. I forgot about the other sketch. I forgot about the other sketch. I totally forgot about the other sketch. Alright. That's fine, though. It's fine to forget about the other sketch for a little while. Now let's turn this sketch off. And I have to, okay, so now I have to take inventory about what I actually need to redraw, right? So like, let's actually turn everything off. I won't need to redraw the head, the ears, the antenna, the hair. I just really need to redraw the eyes and their position, and the mouth. Everything else is just going to move due to editing the shape of the frames. And then all I have to do is have like 3 or 5 frames that I can line up timing wise. Okay, so the only thing I really need for the new keyframe is the eyes. Should turn on the lashes from the other one. Can I reuse these? That's the question. Because I think I even did. Right, like if I take this and rotate and move it, yeah, the only thing I need to redraw is literally the irises. because the angle of them changes. That's literally just going to be this shape. For the line art wise. Okay. Now I have to, I can just turn that off. I can turn this off. Redrawing fan art in your art style would be a good stream idea. Yeah. I've thought of that. I thought about that video as well. So now we're going to go one layer at a time, and we are just going to color these. It's just going to be like that. And it's just going to be like that. I think I might leave the outlines black for the time being, just so that I can easily navigate things. Oops. Okay, and then for shading, what we're gonna do is should I do all the shading after all the things are colored? After all my flats are in? I have to think. Probably. It's just gonna be copy, paste, set to multiply, erase. As long as the base colors all match, it won't matter how they're shaded. Oh, logic. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do all the flats first. And I'm gonna make folders for all of them too. Torso. Because I like having colored line art, but I think I have colored line art on my entire model now here. So I feel like I have to do colored line art on all of this. But I kind of don't want to. Like, they don't have to be in the same art style. They're not. Like, they already aren't. Colored line art makes everything so much more difficult. So I think what I'm going to do is just color the line art for the slime parts. Even though technically it's all slime. But color the line art for the slime parts. And leave everything else black. Just so it's honestly more readable. In the small version. Because right now, like, you can't see the details on this. I mean, the hand is not going to be... Yeah, it's a thing. I think I'm going to do that. It makes my life easier in terms of trying to do this in one stream. I can redo this later, I guess, if I really need to. Anyway, moving on. Move that into torso as well. So sleeve, and then, so this is what I need to do. I need to select this whole thing, this whole frame, and then just copy so that I can grab this color. And then I can flatten that in, and then we're done. And then we make, I'll decide, okay, I will decide based on time whether or not we do colored line art. Maybe I'll put it up to a vote once we get to that time. But I'm leaving the option, that's why I'm doing it in folders. This actually needs to be behind. So now we have to actually organize everything too. And what I'm going to do instead for this one that I didn't do for my other one is actually go swap these around, make another layer, go behind this layer and make this shape, just so my hand layer, if it gaps anywhere, you won't be able to tell. So merge that, folder, arm, sleeve. Okay. The hand can be above everything, that's fine. This is one of the most tedious parts. Is making a new layer so that you can rasterize. Yeah, it's doing this basically. Oh, I did forget something else about the slime that I'll have to go back and do on, yeah. It'll be a whole thing. I'll go back and do it after all the slime is colored base green. Because I have to put the bubbles inside. Hand. But I'll do that on the base layer, and then I'll copy that, and then I'll do all my shading. Skull. So this is where I need to turn on the other layers so that I can see where the skull should where's the sheet, so I can see where the skull should end. I don't need that layer on. So skull. Can I just like hit rasterize? Yeah, okay. File. I should save. Should save this. Slime. Save it to desktop. Finished Goblin Lady sent to you on Twitter. I'll check it out. I don't have Twitter pulled up on my computer right now. Did you tweet it at me or did you DM it to me? I have not gotten a notification. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. I get pull her up later in the stream. Please remind me. Because I have just a lot going on right now on screen and I don't want to mess up my layers. Alright, now I can turn all that off. Little by little, we are getting all of my parts. You know, I probably could animate in this program, but I don't know how that... I don't know how, like, the tools and shit work for it. I've tried. It's complicated. It's probably not that complicated. I just need to take the time to learn it, which is something I haven't done yet. So, for the time being, we just doing. We just doing it the only way I know how. Okay. I can do that now. I can do that now. So the thing about this though is that I have to be careful with where that line is. And that's okay. You can't really tell, especially from a distance. Making all the names for all these folders is tough. It's just that extra step to keep me organized that it's hard to maintain. Oh, I just realized that she is... I'm coloring her the actual bubble color. That's fine. I can do the bubbles in reverse. I can manage. Same thing here. Rasterize. Bubble. Toil and trouble. I don't know how to spell antennae, so I just put Anton. Because I'm dyslexia incarnate. Okay, so the eyeballs, the lashes, the whatever these heckin' things are called, these are going to be easy. So all I have to do is not do that wrong. I can turn my stabilization back down as well. I've noticed something. I hate that. I hate that. And I know it's on all of them, and it's in every... There's a way to fix it. I can just take the color layer and copy it, and it should be okay, but that is annoying. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do the shading on this one because... you can't do the multiply layer thing on white. No, look here, she looks like a little alien. Alright. I'm gonna grab her eye color, which is gonna be... I'm actually gonna brighten the yellow that her eyes are, I think. Rasterize. Why? Why is it not letting me rasterize? This is why I don't like it. Okay. So this one I know I'm actually going to do colored line art for. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. See, this is why colored line art sucks. It's because you get little areas like this at the bottom. I'm going to fix that in post because I'm going to do the color first. I'm going to do the colored part first, and then we're just going to do it. We're just going to move on. It's really hard. It's really annoying. Oh, and then I didn't copy them. And doing the eyes is the hardest part sometimes. And we're going to lock that layer. Keep the shading so simple. Alright, and then I'm just going to merge those two layers and erase that part. And when they move back and forth, they're not going to move that far, so you're not going to be able to tell that she's about to cry. Okay. How many times are you allowed to do an art tax? I prefer once per stream. If I request more than once, then obviously, but and actually, you know what, I should say that we're going to call art tax a segment where I specifically say, send me your art, pay the art tax, DM me, whatever, and then I just throw art on stream until I say so. Art tax is if you are working on artwork, you have to share pictures of it. But only when I say so. Because I don't want people spamming me while I'm trying to focus on other stuff. I'm currently drawing female Action Jack Media. Well, then send me a DM on fucking or not Insta. Send me a DM on Discord if you can, because I will have to pull up Twitter elsewise, and I don't mind doing that. It's just an extra thing. It's an extra tab that I have to have open, and I already have Discord open. I always have Discord open, so you know. I don't even have a desk, let alone a tablet. And if you're not an artist, you don't have to participate in the art tax. You know, it's an art tax for artists. But if you want to participate, you can, you know, send me anything artwork adjacent. Yeah, save your art taxes for now, because yeah, save your art taxes for now. We'll do that in a minute. Once I get all these layers like colored before we do shading, then I'll do the art tax segment. Brows are just going to be one layer. Mouth is also going to just be one layer. Turn her skull off for this. This below it. Haha, you see how this works now. You see how this works now. big stop. At least I would consider myself one. I am an artist. Or at least I would consider myself one. Yeah, exactly. Are you anything on anything else other than the tank server? I'm not on that. I'm trying to get unbanned off that, but haven't heard nothing yet. My Discord just username is in the description. You can send me a direct message if you are on Discord. The stream stopped for a good minute, by the way. Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? I better check. It still says excellent connection for me. They didn't, like, end the stream or anything. Maybe refresh? I don't know. Weird. If it happens again, let me know. But hopefully it doesn't. Because we're getting close to having all these parts done. So I'm just going to grab this color. I should actually pull my other reference up for all this, so that I know where the iris or where the pupils should be facing. And there we go. Turn all that back on again. And that should be fine. We should just have that like that. I can pull this all the way down to the bottom. What's the other one? And do that. Okay. Oh, alright. This is actually an excellent time to do the art tags. So, if you are watching right now and you are an artist and you would like to have your art shared on stream, go down to the description right now. My Discord is ActionJack number 1153, sorry. And DM me a picture of what you have recently worked on. 1 or 2 images is preferable. I don't want people to constantly abuse the system, you know. But here we go. From Multiversal Geek, we have some Gwen 10 fan art that looks really nice. I need to I need to deselect. There we go, so that I can make this bigger. And I need to put it. This is why. Okay. Blip. Pull it to the top. Pull it to the top. There we go. Yeah, and apparently it is based on the abandoned pilot weird episode thing that never actually saw the light of day, but that we apparently recently found out actually is slightly animated at the very least. I very much like this a lot. It's kind of like, the aliens at least look like kind of a mesh between the classic series and Omniverse, so I like this a lot. I very much enjoy this. I thank you for sharing. And from Val, they just said, "Hi, I'm here to waste your time." Cool. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete that layer. And Justin Dowse. Justin, you are in my DMs now. Send me whatever messages you need to send me. Just sent the friend request. Yep. Yeah, I like the Gwen with a ponytail. Weirdly enough, I was talking earlier about ponytails, how they don't click with me. That one kind of does. Love you, Jack. You're so funny. Val, you damn well know that you can send a train and I will show it on screen. You damn well know that. Oh, goodness. Pay the art tax, friends. Pay the art tax. Man, it's only 1 a.m. I got so much time to fucking not draw. Whoa. Careful. Oh, man. Blah. Oh, it's important to probably not actually pop all your knuckles, but I don't know. The science is still out, I guess, on whether popping your knuckles is good. But I like doing it, so I haven't made any new ones. Oh, send an old one. That's fine. It's too real. It's too real. Notice me, Senpai Orash. That's funny. I like that a lot. Thank you very much, Justin. I very much appreciate it. I am a clout chaser for sure. That being said, I have a little time since we are on a middle of stream break. I suppose I could do a little advertising. How would you guys feel about advertising? Couple of things. I am off all day on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Tuesday, day after is Wednesday. Meaning that after I get off of work, tomorrow, I can very similarly tonight, whatever. I'm trying to be all fancy about it. I can stay up late tomorrow. I can stay up late just like I am right now. Because I don't have to work until 5 p.m. tomorrow, and then I don't have to work at all the next day. All that aside, I have time to stream tomorrow as well. I will be streaming tomorrow, and I will be working on this. I have been commissioned by Mr. Senpai Orash to do my take on these 4 characters of his. Yes, I get to redraw Ignis. I don't know if this will be his official artwork for these or not, but he wanted to see my takes on these characters, so I get to do this. He has commissioned me. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. I will be streaming the progress on these commissions tomorrow night at 11:30, and I don't know if we'll get all of them done. I'll try to get as many of them done as I can. But Ash himself will be a guest on stream. He will not be drawing along with me. I think he said that he has other stuff that he needs to work on, either other commission stuff or and Beyond project or something like that. So I will not be able to see his screen or anything like that, but he will be in chat and we'll be able to talk all about artwork and things like that. So, awesome. Dope. Sweet. Amazingness. And I also would like to, if I don't finish these tomorrow night, I will also probably be streaming at some point during the day on Wednesday, and he may or may not join me during that. I'm probably going to err on the side of probably not, because I think he has some sort of work that he needs to do during the day on Wednesday, but something for you to look forward to. As soon as this stream ends, I am going to be doing advertising material for tomorrow's stream. You know, drawing Ash and I in some sort of thumbnail and for the layout purposes. Can't wait for Ignis to be cool superior version of... Can't wait for Ignis to be cool superior version of cool on your... and your stream. That was a weird... That sounded like voice to text. Superior version of cool on your stream. I think that's what you were trying to say. That read like voice to text. Okay, I guess let's get back to the old grind. My vocal cords are actually starting to hurt a little bit. I need to get streamer voice. I need to get streamer voice and talk more. So, yeah. I guess we just continue doing what we're already doing. So none of this needs highlighting except for like this area, right? Yeah. So okay, y'all, not gonna lie, this fucking song is annoying. I'm just gonna skip this song. Whew. Why are you drawing over top? What is up with this? Oh, because that's underneath. That's why. Why did I have the... okay, that makes sense. I was like, I'm turning that layer off and there's still a layer above it. What's going on? I think I'm going to actually... no, it'll be fine. I was going to up the brightness on this, make it a little bit of a lighter color, but it's fine. Actually, what I want instead is this. There we go. That's what I want. That's the shape I need. So torso. The highlighting on the torso is done. Actually, no, it's not. Because I should put the actual other highlights as well. Later. Like that. That'll work. That's plenty. Sleeve won't need any. Hand will. I think actually I'm going to take kind of a shortcut with this and just color the fingers like that. There we go. Hair. Alright, I actually may, like, does your Minotaur Bard take any requests? Like music requests? I mean, I guess. Depends on what he knows how to play. Oh, excellent. I copied the layer incorrectly. This is what happens when you suck at art as much as I do. There is a fix. It's a shoddy fix, but it's okay. Yeah, that worked well enough. Can the Minotaur Bard do a country version of the Ben 10 classic theme? So you're wanting me to sing. I can't play an actual guitar, but I mean, I suppose I could sing. Are you asking for a voice request? Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. It's a little embarrassing. This is not his voice. His voice is, he's right around here. I'll be honest with you, it has been a while since I've done Gundren's voice. So the thing about, unfortunately, the thing about this is the game where Gundren exists in is currently kaput, unfortunately. Gundren exists in a liminal space between reality and non-reality. And very unfortunately, our DM for said game has decided to no longer date my sister, meaning that our game no longer has a DM. Well, it wasn't his. They broke up. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it. They broke up. I'm not saying it was his choice or her choice or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. What I'm saying is, Gundren, I haven't done his voice in a while. But I will say that I have heard told of a legend of a child that wielded a very powerful device. You see, it started when the alien device did what it did, and it clamped itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, creepy, fast, and strong. He's every shape and size. He's Ben 10. I can't, man. This shit. We do have a art tax from Val. They have sent me a choo-choo that they have imported into Roblox, apparently. Is a choo-choo? Your train models are so fucking intricate. I absolutely love them. Absolutely insane. If we need help doing some like mechanical hard model shape, like some mechanical hard body modeling is what I was trying to say. Potentially we could maybe hit you up. We'll see. See how that goes. They did very good. That was a very good attempt. I liked it. Armed with powers. No. I don't really like singing in that voice. I don't think I have a very good, like... The issue with singing in Gundren's voice, as much as I want to do it, is it's actually difficult for me to hit notes when I'm lowering my octave in that way. So, yeah. I feel that my my lighter green color is not light enough. I am already worrying that it's not light enough. And that you're not going to be able to see the difference from a distance. So I might be able to change that. Yeah, I need to definitely change the contrast on these. Oh boy. This is not ideal. Oh well. Stimpy, you idiot. I keep getting distracted. All right. Browse and yep. Okay. So I have all our parts. I just need to actually go back down through now and see if I can. I'm just going to grab slightly lighter green color, and I'm just going to see if this works. I hope it does. It doesn't want to work. Tolerance, close gap. Can I do reference layer? If I turn this off, no. I was trying to like see if I could do the thing that you can do in Clip Studio Paint, which is set it to fill until color change, and then it'll just fill literally like this space. If you edit Dr. Animo just the right way, he can make a good Jack Frost. I might have to try that sometime. Is there a way to do that? Does anybody know if there's an easy way to change the color if it's all on the same layer? Maybe change the tolerance? Ooh, the tolerance looks like it did it. Let's change the tolerance to 4. Let's go to 5. Okay. Yeah. Tolerance has done it. Excellent. Oh, that's great. I mean, it's probably not filling like at all correctly. Yeah, it's already giving me a couple of little issues, like some anti-aliasing issues. But like those already exist in the yeah, that's good. And again, these are the types of things like from a distance at the scale that you'll be seeing her at, which is small. You really won't be able to tell what these, like if there's little jagged edges or overfill or something like that, you're really not going to be able to tell. I just want to be able to make sure that you can see the difference between the inner darker bubbles and the outline. Or the I guess I call it the halo or whatever. Like this is the true color of the slime, and then she's got bubbles inside. Kind of like the way you draw goop. Oh, and you know what? I also forgot. Main hair. I'm just going to open up skull, ears, antenna as well. But for... Do you think Dr. Animo is allowed to attend Ben and Kai's wedding? Why would he? I think he tries to crash it or something. Like, I could see there's an episode with, you know, Ben's getting married and, you know, whatever. And then he shows up in his giant gorilla suit. Like, it's the first appearance of the gorilla suit. I bet you anything. He appears in the gorilla suit, but he also has a bow tie on. And he's like, Benjamin Tennyson, I'm here to destroy your life. And Ben's like, bro, I'm getting married right now. Can you just fuck off? And he's like, oh, I didn't realize. Well, I will return, and I shall have my revenge. But, congratulations on your happy marriage. I didn't bring a gift. Like, yeah, he does, like, congratulate Max on retiring or whatever. Or I guess re-retiring or doing whatever. Yeah, he does congratulate Max. But again, that's the writing of Omniverse versus, you know, in normal classic series Ben 10, I don't think he would ever really be that sentimental, I guess. I don't know. Best alien overall? Probably Wildmutt. He's my favorite. I love Wildmutt. I love Wildmutt so much. Stinkfly. For sure. I mean, everybody's favorite is gotta be... You know, everybody has their own favorite. I mean, technically the most powerful alien in Ben's arsenal that we know of is Alien X. But, like, you know, that's the cop-out answer. It's like, oh, he's the most powerful, therefore he's the best. It's like, no, it doesn't mean he's best for every situation. Like, technically, he could handle himself in every situation because he can do anything. But because he can do anything, he also becomes redundant. Like Superman. I don't know. I had a very, like, strong misunderstanding of Superman, too. So I'm actually going to retract that statement, because I don't think Superman is redundant. As a kid, though, I thought he was dumb, because he was so powerful that, like, what's the point of having stories about his struggles when he can just easily not have struggles? But I see now that, like, obviously that's a dumb thing to think. Because he is a fully three-dimensional character with, like, thoughts and feelings and goals. Chromostone is mine, followed by iGuy and Echo Echo. I mean, yeah, for sure. I love all of them. I love every single alien that Ben has. Minus a couple. And some of those, most of the ones that I don't like, come from Omniverse and Ultimate Alien. But there is a difference between not liking them and also being able to appreciate them. Because there is a difference there as well. Like, I don't like Molestache, but I can appreciate him as an alien that's, like, kind of on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of powerful. I don't like Walkatrout or the Worst, but I appreciate them as members of a... like, they just... are citizens, basically. They are human level in terms of powerfulness, or in terms of whatever. And that's what the Omnitrix is about, is like walking a mile in everybody else's shoes. So like, not every alien species has a superpower, you know? Some of them are just people. And Ben should definitely realize that. He needs aliens like that. But do I think they really need a place in the show for comedic effect? You know? It's Giving Ben, like, pathetic aliens is realistic in a lore standpoint, but isn't satisfying for the viewer, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, I have so many layers to save. I'm gonna try to, like, condense my animation as much as I can. Because if I can, like, exactly frame all of the different parts that I need for the animation, instead of saving the same sleeve in 3 different places, I can just, like, because the sleeve is going to, like, rotate back and forth, right? That's all it's going to do. It's just going to kind of, like, bop at her hip. I don't need to save the sleeve as 5 different frames. I can save the entire torso as a frame. And save 5 of those, right? Like, since we're on the topic, my personal favorite was Accelerate. He is a very good choice. He is also a very good choice. A lot of the classic series aliens just get so much appreciation and so much love, and I totally get it. They are all absolutely iconic. Every single one of Ben 10's first original 10 aliens, I think personally, are some of the best designed characters in fiction. Genuinely. And I'm sure I'm biased, but I mean, I don't know. I just leave that there. Under the jacket, this is her, like, little booty shorts, but this is going to be cut off in the frame, probably. So I really don't need much visible. Although, you do bring up a good point. I should draw more there, now that you've drawn my attention to it. Because, not that I need, like, more definition or more lines or anything, but in case I want to bring her up in the frame so that you can see the bottom of the sleeve, you should be able to see, we shouldn't be able to see the bottom of her legs and stuff. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I know it looks weird, whatever. It is what it is. Okay. We're so close to having all the parts. Once we have all the parts, I mean, technically we do have all the parts, right? I just need to shade them all. Once all the parts are, like, finished, then I can just move them, create all my frames, save all of those frames as PNGs, and then import all those frames into my editing program and create my 2 different GIFs. And then we'll be done. And then I can just take that and upload it into VideoTube, I'm just going to call it VideoTube, and call it done, right? There's actually a couple more things I do need to do with her skin, because I did mention that I should have done this. You know what? I'll do that last, because I want to move on to doing the other stuff. So, from the bottom up, this is my quick and dirty way of doing shading. Y'all are gonna learn. Select the whole layer, because you have to duplicate all the layers anyway, and you just want to make sure you get them all. You grab your color, you Control C, Control V to copy it. You set it to either multiply or darken, although darken doesn't work for this because you do color, nope, not color burn. I'm just gonna play with these. Lighten, no. Screen, definitely no. Overlay actually works better. So I'm gonna set them all to overlay. And then I'm just gonna take my eraser on the hardest edge I can and just erase. Actually, overlay doesn't work for this sleeve color, so maybe multiply is better. And we're going to set it to 70 opacity, an even 70 across the board. And you just erase, and then you're done. And then you can merge that, I guess. We'll merge all these layers into one piece when they're all done, because I want to make sure they're all finished. So copy, paste, multiply, 70. I could have set it to 69, but I'm a little more mature than that. I'm absolutely not. I might actually, just because this is a female model. No, it's 70. 70 is a nice round number. Shush. Oh, this song is sad. Sounds sad anyway. But yeah, then you can just take your eraser and erase into the shapes that you want. You erase the shapes that you want the light to take into the layer. The only thing about this technique that is a little awkward is if you have a shadow like here, you have to like manually avoid it. But for the speed that this brings, I find it is extremely worth it. And if you're doing this, like if you divide up your layer by color, if you divide up your layers by color, that is, then you'll have an even easier time, because then you won't have to worry about all these color divisions. You can just literally slap an eraser down on the page and go. Another risky thing about this is you have to make sure that you get all of the little eraser extras, because sometimes it'll look a little weird, like if you have like a little area like that. I missed a little spot there. Gotta make sure you get all the spots. But elsewise, it's not that hard. No, you aren't. Sorry, what? No, I aren't what? I don't know what you're in reference to. I don't look at chat enough, I'm sorry. What I aren't. And I know you always do that contrarian joke, so I don't know, like, I really don't know what you're in reference to. Oh, you aren't mature. Yeah. Hee booby. I'm not going to touch anything that's just pure slime because I've done all the shading on that I really need to do. Although something I can just do is grab this and grab the blue color that I need. And what's a good way to do this? Not like that. I guess it's selecting. And then making a new layer. And then airbrushing. Yeah, see, that's why I should do this all last. Because it's just easier to do. Although, honestly, the shading on the body's done. Right? Do I need to do any more shading on the body? No, I don't. Alright, fine. Fine. We'll do this then. Because I wanted the tips of her fingers to be a little bit blue. I want her hair for sure to fade to blue. So that requires like making a new layer and doing this and then you have to do the bangs and a count for that. And if I change this to overlay, no, never mind. Maybe hue. Ooh, hue does it. Hue does it. Hue Neutron does it. Yes. Once when I was 7 years old, I sat on a banana, and of course, that changed my life. That's not gonna select correctly. No, it's not. No, it's not. I just gotta do a little bit of blushes. Change it to hue. Do 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 do. Da ba 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 ba. Change this one a little bit darker. Yeah, there we go. She's gonna have a little bit of a blushy. Because all good anime girls have blushy. This music sounds almost Steven Universe-y. These aren't going to select correctly either. Excuse me. Quit looking at me with them big old eyes. I love it. Quit looking at me with them big old eyes. Yeah, this song specifically is very Steven Universe. To me, anyway. I don't know if y'all are getting that feel. Lemillion moment. Sorry, Jimbo, your art is going to the Shadow Realm. Shablamo! Do you think we need a female villain big bad stronger than every villain Ben has faced? You mean Mauve Riedel? Joking. That would be cool. I love female big bads. And I especially love uber strong female big bads. Would be cool. Although the idea that she would be stronger than every other villain isn't as necessary to me. I very much find that, like, in the classic series at least, Vilgax and Kevin and Dr. Animo are all kind of on the same playing field in terms of threat level. Dr. Animo maybe less, ever so slightly less, but like his goals are at least, you know, relatively the same scale. He wants to take over the Earth, in a manner of speaking. So, you know. Okay. Think I'm trying to wrap my head around the second frame. And I think what I need to do is another folder. And this is going to be folders in folders and folders and folders and folders. But I think it'll be easier for me to compartmentalize things if all of her is in one folder. And then we make another folder for frame 2. Frame 1, frame 2. And what I mean by that is not really frame, but more pose. Because then what I can do is I should save. Here's our thing. We really should save, because what I'm going to do is potentially going to absolutely kill my system. I'm going to copy and paste frame 1. I'm actually going to delete frame 2. I'm going to rename this frame 2, because now I can do all the little changes I need. Right? Like grabbing her eyes, antenna, ears, skull, main hair, basically from main hair up, I can put in another folder and move all at once. I can do this now. It's absolutely lagging me to shit. Yes, apply, and it's gonna load for a while. Hide all these other layers. Yeah, because then I still need to move this a little bit more. Right. can get rid of the iris layer and replace it with this. Like so. So she's looking in the camera now. I can also remove the mouth layer. And I can actually make a mouth folder that will have all of her different mouth frames in it. So I can make a new layer inside of here. Whoops. Okay. Let's do one that's very... Yeah, they're all going to be smiling mouths because she's a very happy girl. And then we're going to do one more that is just at a slightly different. What even is this? Tim, what even is this? Oh, it's Vilgax's ship. Wow. Or the interior of his... Yeah, no, I understand it now. This is where Vilgax's, like, chair or whatever is. And Squid Boy sits here. And then, like, all of his drone dudes are, like, all around him. And then there's, like, tubes and stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. I got it, right? That's it. And there's, like, these big globby things, I think. Fuck. It looked like the bottom of a shoe at first, but yeah, no, like, I've watched episode 1 of Ben 10 so many times that yes. He's like, he says, how the fuck did you guess that? I don't know. I have no clue how I guessed that. Sorry, Benjamin, you and Azimuth are going to the Shadow Realm. It's hero time. Sorry, Benjamin, you and Azimuth are going to the Shadow Realm. It's hero time! I'm gonna give the Omnitrix to my son, Jimbo. I think it'll be in better hands. Rockets are flying things, son. But you know what else flies? Stinkfly! It's hero time! You Neutron with the Omnitrix. Oh, please somebody draw that for me. I can't. Please give me some more quotes for Ben. Okay, he's not giving the Omnitrix to Jimmy. I said that, but like, nah. Hugh Neutron is keeping the Omnitrix. What does he do with it? Give me quotes, and I'll try to say them in the best voice that I can. I don't think that I have the best impression, but yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll try my best. I just love his cadence. I love your cadence, dear. Where are you from? It is me. It's a black spider. It's a black spider. Hey, Jimbo, check out this cool watch I found outside. Isn't it
It jumped up onto my wrist like some sort of rabid dog, and I haven't been able to get it off. But, I think I'll figure it out. Darn does it itch.
Is this wide enough? Bro, I couldn't fucking tell you. I have no clue. Probably not. Clematis? Who is that?
Sorry, Clematis. You'll be humongous sorry if you don't give Jimbo back his gadgets.
Is that I have no idea. Is it like a character that I should know? Maybe I missed that episode. So now she will talk at us. Oh god, he turns into Clockwork and it becomes Hugh Neutron, Master of Time and Space again. With the time reversing remote or whatever. Oh my god. That's the little scientist dude that Jimmy's... Oh, Clematis? I thought it was... What's his name? That's not how it's pronounced. It's Calamitous.
Calamitous.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you. Calamitous. Professor Calamitous. Wait, is he also played by Animo? Voice actor? I don't remember. They might have the same voice actor. Somebody Google that for me and tell me the voice actors for Professor Calamitous and Dr. Animo. Because I don't have time to Google that right now. Okay, so this, frame and her speaking is basically all we need. There will be 3 frames for the ears and antennas moving, and then probably the 4 frames for the mouth moving. And that'll give you a good, mouth moving faster than the ears. Because, when I speak, I don't speak for long periods of time most of the time. And it doesn't pick up on it super sensitively. So, her just standing still, her body not moving or breathing at all is not going to, look awkward. At least I don't think. Okay. Yeah, because, you don't really breathe in while you're speaking most of the time. You say one sentence, then you stop. You take a breath. So I don't need to animate her breathing when she's in talking frame is what I'm trying to get at. Professor Calamitous is played by Tim Curry. Oh, yes, that's right. And Dwight Schultz. Tim Curry? Fuck. Okay. I mean, I know both of those men have excellent range, but yeah. Well, I say that. Tim Curry has excellent range. Dwight Schultz does the same voice for everything, and I love it. I should have known that. Tim Curry's worked on a lot of different stuff. Hey. Yeah, and then she'll do a little hop based on the the program will make her do a little hop. So she'll do a little hop and she'll stand there. Her mouth will do the thing, and then she'll go back to doodling. So I just have to figure out everything that's going to move needs to be on its own layer, and then all of those frames will need to be exported individually. Okay. Does that make sense, y'all? Hope so. I hope so. Okay, so this is the frame that's actually going to have the most movement. Because I would love for her to kind of swing her hips back and forth. But I don't know how easy that's going to be. If I can't do the hips, I'll just do her breathing. But like, I'm going to merge these layers. And then I'm going to... So this is going to be the center frame. I guess. God, I don't know how many frames this is actually going to be. Okay, so it'll be... I'm just going to grab a new layer. So, because I want the motion to be like a whoop, but, and then a whoop, but, and then a whoop, but, right? So it'll be... So from position 1 to 2 to 3 and then 4. And then we go back to middle and 5. So she'll need 5 frames that we kind of, and it'll have this figure 8 kind of movement to it, I think. Okay, so if this is our center frame, we just need a couple of different ones. So let's copy and paste this. This will be transform, mesh transformation, and then we will move her hips. Over. Whoops. And like up. And then from this position, we do the same thing. Oops, put them in the wrong order. So it's I mean, honestly, having 3 isn't too bad. And then we do one more where it's not like that. Edit, transform, mesh, where we do the opposite direction. Actually, well, let's see. Transform, mesh transformation. Let's try this way again. But I might have a better idea. Instead of a figure 8 shape where she's like shimmying side to side, maybe instead it'll be like her feet are stationary and she's just moving her hips side to side, meaning that it would just be a back and forth arc. That actually might be a lot better. And I already have those frames. Like the center frame is that. So what I can do is actually animate this like this now. And you'll be able to see.
Sorry, Albedo, you and your chili fries.
Sorry, you and your chili fries addiction is going to the Shadow Realm. You won't go sorry.
Sorry, Jimbo, this is why you really burn me up.
I have some extra bullshit right there. Okay, so if I do, this is my middle frame, and this is my left frame, and then yeah. Oh yeah, this is cute. Look at this. She's animating already. And I don't have to move her upper body much at that point, right? She's very cute already. Look at her dance. She danced to the music. So I don't need this frame now. She's adorable. Okay, so now when she is in this mode, I want to alter her hand, her sleeve.
Sorry, Jimbo, you can't say bullfrag anymore. It sounds like a slur.
Ugh. I think her down sleeve has got to like swing back and forth and like bop against her hip when it's here. And that's so swinging motion is we have the true neutral frame, and then we have the collide frame, and then we have the collide rest frame, and then we have the pull frame, and then we have the pull rest frame, and then we have this frame where it's going back to neutral. So that's like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back to 1. I can do all of that with just the editing of it, but it's going to be 6 separate frames that will then have to line up with 3 frames. Timing wise, it'll go like bop, bop, bop. So that's a lot of work, but I can do it. I think what I should do is actually edit, and it's okay. So it's not going to move much. It's really not going to move like drastically out. So transform frame 1 is actually going to be the furthest out rest frame. And then we're just going to animate it swinging in, bopping, and then going back toward the rest frame. I have a video idea for you. What's the video idea? Making Vilgax his control meter in 3D. I can record the full process. Do it, yeah. If you can send me the footage for it or whatever. Yeah, I won't have any ability to make references for you. really. I mean, maybe for certain little things, but like, this will be mostly a U project. But like, yeah, you know, maybe, I don't know. Transform mesh. So then we bring this. The mesh transformation is very nice. Well, yes, but actually no. Yeah. Okay, so from this frame, it just comes straight down, just very quick bop, right? Because this is like a 3-frame thing. And then I feel like the sleeve is going to be the hardest fucking part to animate. Comes down. Not like that. Edit. Transform. Mesh transform. You need to set up a key. Hotkey for that. There we go. And then it will go back out again. Whoa. So we create this. But since it's on its way out, it will pull toward where it once was because it's a limp noodle of an object. Y'all learning a little bit about animation right now. Jack, what's your opinion of Andy opposite edgy teen elf art I did a while back? Oh, Andy Andesite edgy. Yeah, that was you earlier. I like it. I mean, it's in the it's in the slideshow is what the word is. If I didn't like it, it wouldn't be in the slideshow. Just kidding. All fan art goes in the slideshow because I love all fan art. It's fucking amazing. So, yes, I very much appreciate. And then we go back to 1. So we go bup, bup. Wait, why is there bup, bup. What the hell? The hell? Oh, did I not, like, do that correctly? Alright, fine. I'll do it again then. Edit. Transform. Okay, so we go boop, and then boop, and then boop, and then boop. And then back to 1. Yep, and that loops then. It's so difficult. And so then when this arm is all the way out here, the torso will be over here. So then we go boop, and then hit, right? And then when that leaves and goes back, then we take that frame and we go back to there and there. And then this will be all the way over here for a couple frames, and then it'll start to go back. There is a small issue with what I have right now, and it is that the sleeve is 4 different frames, the body is 3. It just needs to be a timing thing. Can't wait to see more of Hogtrot, and maybe Andy and him can cross over an adventure one day. Oh, I forgot. Y'all haven't seen what I've done to Hogtrot. I don't think I can show that on stream. It's technically safe for work, but I've done anime girl versions of some of those Minecraft fusions, and I think that's a subject that I should actually bring up again when I have Crystal Moon on again, because yeah. Because she is the one who helped me do those fusions, or she was supposed to be on that stream. So I'll do another one of those streams where I do more Minecraft fusions, and I will bring up the old fusions and the cute girls I made out of them. Oh God, what am I doing? Not file. What am I doing? Edit. I'm losing my brain already. This is going to be a long stream. I have all of the art done part now. Then I just have to save all the different frames on all these different layers and then put it all together and actually animate it. Yeah. Transform, mesh transformation. No, I don't actually need mesh transformation for these, because I can just do no, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because this I can just like kind of do this with. This is what I did with my other one, and you really like, you can't tell because I hold the pen the same way every time anyway. So like, and then that will just, it'll just rock back and forth like so. And it'll actually probably go in time with her, and then she'll rock back. She'll rock back. Her sleeve will hit. Her sleeve will hit, and then this will be over here, and then it'll rock back. And yeah. We're creating a cinematic universe with extra characters. I mean, that's basically my whole shtick, right? I love creating universes. I love being God. Let's get the neutral frame for just. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think the main hair is going to move. So I can just merge these layers. Oops. I can just merge these layers. I don't think the main hair is going to move. And if it does, I can do it in post. The skull is definitely not going to move. So what I can do, actually, is merge the eyes onto the skull. For this frame, right? The irises are going to move, but I can also do that in post, so that's fine. The brows are not going to move in this frame, so they can be merged to the skull. And the mouth is also not going to move, so that can be merged to the skull, and we can get rid of that layer and just remove. Or we can, yeah, that's her whole skull. Because that's not going to move. When she's in this pose doing her little dance, her head's not going to move. As much as I would love for it to bob back and forth or up and down or back, whatever, it's just not going to move. I don't have the technical know-how to make that work. The ears, however, are going to move. And they're going to move in a specific way. We're going to do 3 frames. And they're going to be pretty easy because they're literally just going to pivot down. Pivot down. Oops. Pivot up. And pivot up. Ears done. So now she looks really cute without the ears too. I mean, she's gonna look cute regardless, but like, boop, 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 boop. Her ears are gonna move up and down ever so slightly as she idles. And then same for the antennas. They are just going to, these ones are going to be even easier because I can do them on the same layer. Or I can do them all at once. I can, I think anyway, I can just like pivot these 2 points. Yeah, like that. And then boop, boop. And then this one is we do the same. So I'm going to go boop, 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 with the ears. And they go up when the ears go down, so they move towards each other and away from each other. And that makes it look like her head is kind of breathing and expanding and contracting. Eyes. The folder's empty now, so I can delete that. But the iris is, I don't need to actually do these frames right now. These can be done in post, but what they're going to do is just they're just going to wiggle back and forth. Just like every other frame, they're just going to pivot between 2 points, right? They're just going to go bup, 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 to show that she's like looking at things. And she's got those big watery anime eyes. And the bangs are going to, they're actually going to do different things now that I think about it. But that's fine. Same process as the ears and the antennas. But we're actually going to do these like 1 frame at a time. let's just drag that down. And then this one is actually going to go the opposite way. Yeah, that's going to go the opposite way. Guess. Yeah, no, that's correct, because they then move away from each other. So this is where they're all the closest together. And then yeah, and then they expand. Boop, 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 like so. And that is all of the frames in frame 1. She is nearly complete. Nearly. I don't know if I have time to animate her. I'm already like, yikes. Actually, you know what? I should take like a small break. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm gonna grab myself another bottle of water, use the bathroom, you know. I really should develop a BRB screen, and I'll probably just copy Ash as well for that, and I should design basically this character's like bedroom. So I'm gonna put a B, an R, and a B, and a little baby slime. And I'm going to be right back. Enjoy. Oh, gotta stretch. Alright, I'll be back shortly. I should mute my mic, shouldn't I? Alright. I just thought about something. Something that I could do to show that I'm, like, offline is I could just take my little character and be like, or not offline, but in BRB mode. I could remove my character from frame and then just pop him back in. Or even better, instead of moving him off camera, I could just, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Let's turn that off. And show that I'm not in the seat right now. Because, yeah, the way I'm set up right now, I have my seat and my tablet on different layers so that I can have the gamer chair behind me, which doesn't actually look anything like my real chair, but... Okay. Oh, did my music stop while I was gone? Of course it did. Oh, man. Alright. Doesn't matter. So, actually, yeah, nah, yeah, this works. Because she's not going to move at all in this frame. I guess, I don't know, maybe she will. Maybe her head. Okay, her torso is not going to move at all. Her torso is not going to move at all. So what I can do is merge all this. Merge all this. Yeah, her body is not going to move at all. Hand, I can merge. I'm trying to create as few frames as possible, as few elements as possible. But I do think that her hair and her head and all that should still move. But I'm going to need to copy the frames from the other. So let's move mouths out again and eyes out again. And then, so this is her. This is her head. we're going to make this very light. And then what we're going to do is I can fix it manually. Oh, wow. Turn on the frame 1. Make a new folder and put everything pertaining to the head in that folder, and then copy that folder, and then turn off oh wait, did I not do that right? What am I looking at here? Okay, I gotta turn everything off. Frame 2, frame 1. Eyes, mouths. And head. Turn this on. Lower it down. That's what I need. Right? And I really don't need even the torso. Because then I go to frame 1. This is where I'm starting to get a little weird. So, frame 1. Then we do the head copy. Put everything in a folder. Copy that folder and then move it up into the older folder. Yeah. So we turn off all of that. Frame 1 is the same. Frame 1 is not altered. Turn this on. Turn this on. Okay. And then we go to, I don't need the irises. This head is just my reference at this point. So what I can do is okay, that's close enough. So I can delete that. And this is now my new head. Oh wait, no, I can't delete that because I need to... Oh, no, not... Yeah, I can delete that. Because then my mouths and my eyes are there. And the only thing I need to change about this is a couple of things manually. Which is basically just grabbing all this And no. So this is these are some of the hard things. Yeah, it's close enough. Oh, man. Oh, and now I just need to have all the frames. Yeah. Do I even need to? I think I'm just gonna cut the corner and not have her head animate, her like hair and ears and stuff bounce up and down. I have all the frames and work for it, but I don't need to save all of those different frames. I'm just going to, for the sake of time, oh man. Wait, what? Whoa, I don't know. I'm losing track of how everything is now. I'm having issues. Yeah, I need to really simplify. Like, everything's just going to perk up, like I said. The bangs are not going to change. And that's just the whole head now. So I can just merge all that down to one layer. Pull it out. No, pull it out of the folder. Oh, I need to do that. Delete that folder. Pull it out of that folder. There we go. It's just too much effort for me to animate her head breathing when none of the rest of her body's going to be moving. So she'll be talking, and I'll set the VideoTube thing to have her kind of swaying back and forth, and that'll falsify that movement. That'll be fine. And then her eyes. These eyes will not be jittering back and forth. Could save them on a different layer. Yeah, I could. I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Let's turn on any mouth. Alright, you guys ready for the saving montage that we're about to do? Good lord. So I don't need my sketches anymore. I don't need my reference anymore. I'll leave the sketches in the file though. And return that to that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to, if I do this, yeah, I think that's fine. New folder on the desktop, Slime Girl Anim. Alright. Y'all, it's time to save. Which means we have to turn off every layer and save them all individually, one at a time. Okay, so let's start with the let's make all the folders visible, but then everything inside them not. Actually, screw that. Okay, let's just start with the torso. And this is our center. So we actually want it to start on the left, swing to the right. Okay. So first of all, we're going to save to Slime Girl Anim. Open that. Oh, I should save the Clip Studio format to there first, and then save as again. Okay. Frame 1, torso 1. This is how I organize all of my saves. And we save that as a PNG. I know you can't see me typing or anything, but frame 1, torso 2, save. And then save as frame 1, torso 3. And then we have all the torsos done. Underneath the torso we have arm, which for this frame isn't going to move, so we can just why did we not merge that earlier? Weird. Okay. Save as frame 1, arm 1. Weird. Yeah, okay. Frame 1, sleeve 1. Two. 3. And 4. Frame 2 is going to be much easier. Turn sleeve off. Hand. And 1. Two. Three. The back of her hair is not going to change, so let's just go ahead and pull that out of that folder. Delete that. I could have had it sway back and forth, but we don't need that either. Her skull is not going to move, so save as skull 1. This is super fun, guys. Love it. It's going to be totally worth it, though. You'll see. Ears 1. Two. 3. Antenna. Save as 1. No. Oops. I named the ears hair ears by accident because I forgot to remove hair. Oops. I'll have to rename those in a minute. I'm getting a little loopy. It's 3 a.m. Oh man. I don't know if I'm going to have actually time to animate this during this stream. But I want to show the animation process on video. Darn. Maybe it won't take that long to animate. We'll keep going. We'll try. We'll keep going. I would like to do all of this in one stream. That would be amazing for me. But I genuinely don't know if that'll happen. Apologies if this is super boring. I really don't mean for it to be, but saving all the different parts of all the different frames is absolute hell, I think is a good word for it. Save as. Bangs 1. 2. Bangs 3. And that's all for frame 1. Save as frame 2, body 1. Frame 2, head 1. Mouth 1. Mouth 2. Mouth 3. Mouth 4. You're not going to be able to tell. Yeah, it'll be fine. From a distance, yeah, it's not going to... It'll be fine. It'll look fine. It'll look good. Because I don't need the eyelashes or anything. Save as... And that's it. That's friggin' everything. I'm going to turn on all my frames, except some of these, so that we can see what all of this looks like. When it's all on together. Ugh. Okay. There she is. There she is. It is 3:13 in the morning. Oh, there's one last frame that I need to save. I need to turn everything off and give myself a flat pink background. And the reason it has to be pink is because my character's green and you can't green screen out. Yeah, can't green screen out that. And you can't create a transparent GIF, to my knowledge. So, honestly, I think what I will do is leave it here. Unfortunately, as fortunate as that sounds, in terms of animating it, I think I will leave it here because animating it is not going to be that difficult, but I just don't have the time or the energy to do it right now. You guys got to see a little bit of how she's going to animate in the when I was making her, the back and forth stuff. So I'm going to ask the chat right now. We got 4 people watching who haven't been engaging with the chat in a little while, but I'm still going to ask, should I do another stream in the future animating her and teaching you guys how to animate? Or should I just animate her off screen and record the process of it and upload that? And then upload the description of this video to a link to that video so that you guys can see kind of a speed paint version of me animating. Because it really won't take long to animate, but I just don't have time to do it this session. Now that I think about it, I think that's probably what I'll do, is at some point, probably Wednesday, since I'll be off all day, I will animate her, make the GIFs, make the elements, do a video on how to import that into VideoTube and get it working, and then make that all into a video, upload that to YouTube, and maybe set it to unlisted? Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't need to be unlisted, but once that video is uploaded, I can put a link to that video in the description of this stream. So if you're watching 3 years from now and you want to see the second part of this stream where I animate this amazing GIF character that I've spent, how long has it been? Probably like 5 hours animating and drawing and all this stuff. Go to the description and click the link. Is what I'm trying to say. Let's actually see how long I have been streaming. 3 hours? 3 hours of 45 minutes. So almost 4 hours of work in here. I'm worn out. It is late. I'm going to have to go to bed soon. I'm going to have a small conversation with Tim after the stream. But I am going to have to go to bed soon because I'm sleepy. But yes, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching as I draw myself with Booba. It is incredibly gratifying to have an audience that is just down for me drawing whatever and drawing some self-indulgent artwork and just being allowed to enjoy myself. I am incredibly grateful to my community for allowing me to have this type of fun. So with that, I will leave you all off. I hope you have an amazing evening, morning, day, noon, or night, wherever it is for you in this part of the world. And I will see you next stream.